Disclaimer, this was filmed on January 15th, before the so-called TikTok ban that was supposed to take place on January 19th, which only lasted about 12 hours and turned out to be a huge publicity stunt to praise he who shall not be named for fixing a problem that he created in the first place. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. You know, TikTok was one of those apps that I genuinely enjoyed. I could learn.
Breaking news! TikTok is officially banned!
I could laugh. I could love. And I can't say that I won't be a little disappointed once it's gone. And then I saw this. Okay, maybe it won't be such a bad thing after all. Now, I was originally gonna make a sequel to my cringy fitness influencer video that I made a while back. And in the midst of looking for TikToks for that video, I stumbled across this gem of a guy. I also strangely got a lot of TikToks about having a second account while using my second account. She got that $1 million. So that was a little creepy. So I generally use my second account when I'm trying to look for bad TikToks because I don't want to damage my personalized For You page of cute dog videos or cute kangaroo videos or cute penguin videos. My For You page on my second account is absolute trash. So as I was scrolling, I came across this account, and his account is called Afraid of No Woman. I can fix that. Let's take a look at what great things he has to contribute to this app, shall we? Everyone wants a good man until they realize good men come with discipline, priorities, and boundaries. Then all of a sudden you're a narcissist, controlling, and manipulative. Man, nice guys always finish last. No one ever wants to be with the nice guys. Hey, where my hug at though? That's what you sound like. Someone commented, "You look like a lesbian." No, that's an insult to lesbians. I'm sorry, girls. Another thing about these videos is that they all have some really loud, boosted, obnoxious video game sounding song over it. So he never actually says a word in any of these. I most likely won't play the music in a lot of these because I'm just gonna read them because it's pointless to play the music. It all sounds the same. And he always seems to be like out and about somewhere, so he's just doing this in public. All right, let's continue, shall we? A modern hoe's dream. Party and hook up till 30. Nothing wrong with that. Find a clueless guy who ignores her past. Again, nothing really wrong with that. I don't find the past to be important when I'm living in the present for the future. I just blew your little mind with that one. Not you. His mind is little, yours isn't. Unless you're a fan of his, then yeah, yours probably is too. Cheat while he is working overtime to pay the bills. Now that one is subjective. Okay, is she cheating because he's working overtime? Is she cheating because he's abusive and that's the only way she can really escape from him? You know, it's all subjective. And I'm obviously kidding, I don't condone cheating. Unless a woman is in an abusive relationship and that's the only way she can escape, then fuck it. I'm gonna be real, this just sounds like a guy who got hurt by one girl and is now taking it upon himself to convince everyone else that they need to be lonely and angry too because he is. And of course judges everyone for their past because that's what really matters. This just screams like immaturity. Before we get into the actual caption of this one, I just have to point out how malnourished this man looks. Like, he looks like a cartoon character after they get punched in the face and their face just kind of like stays dented in like that. What is going on there? Ignore a woman and she will get more interested. Ignore a man and he will lose all interest. You sure about that?
You sure about that?
No, that's just a lie. I generally see the opposite happen. And me, as a woman, if I get ignored by a man or a woman for that matter, I tend to internalize that and then blame myself and then isolate myself because I start questioning what's wrong with me. Even if all I said was, hey, wanna catch up? And I'm talking about friendships here mainly. Whereas men, and I want to clarify, when I say men, I know it's not all men. That you don't have to be like, it's not all men. Not all men are the same. I know, but 90% of them are pretty bad. And then there's this 10% that's like good, you know? They're good dudes. My boyfriend's one of them. I have friends that are good guys. And so when I talk about men, I'm talking about the 90% that are horrible pieces of shit. If you know yourself and you know you're not a creepy weirdo, then you should not be getting offended. I'm not talking about you, all right? So just want to clarify that. So men will do this thing where they text you or they'll DM you on Instagram, and if you don't respond, one of two things happen. He will either just start having a conversation with himself, which is fine, that's harmless. Or two, he gets really angry and starts obsessively messaging you and demands for a response back. Ew. And that happens to tons of women all the time. But for sure, yeah, no, I'm sure you're onto something here. You're a man. What the fuck are you afraid of? You know he's a fuckboy when he substitutes the U and fuck with a V. Anyway, okay, you're a man. What the fuck are you afraid of? Death? We're all gonna die. Bankruptcy? You can make it all back. Shame? Everyone will forget in a week. There's nothing to fear. Live every day like it's your last day. To all my men watching, I hope you left fear at the door, because that's not allowed. You're not allowed to feel fear. You're not allowed to have emotions. That's for us. You're a man! Ironically, the day that I was collecting these TikToks, homeboy had what he calls a minor heart attack. In this photo, I noticed there was like a piece of paper next to him, and I screenshotted it, and it turns out to be a prayer of some sort. Oh my god. I am heartily sorry for having offended you, and I detest all my sins because of your just punishments, but most of all because they offended you, my God, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve with the help of your grace to sin no more and to avoid the near occasion of blank. Amen. I don't think God is the one you should be apologizing to, but yeah. I'm sure he had no fear though, because he's a man. And he's been living every day like it's his last. And it almost was. Darn. Next time. Oh, is that too harsh? Am I being mean? You know what? You're right. Maybe I am being too harsh. Maybe he did have a change of heart. No pun intended. And, you know, turned his content around and realized, hey, maybe I should do something better with my life, because I only have one. He posted this the next day. You will never find someone like her. You will find millions better than her. She was not special. You made her special. You are the king who made her the queen. It's your life. It's your kingdom. Yeah, you can go to hell, actually. Feminists in 2025. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't want kids. Where are all the good men? Am I right? They're at home with their wives that are cooking, cleaning, and raising their kids to be great moms. Sorry you were lied to, but it is what it is. I love how he says all the good men are at home while he's obviously in a club. So he basically just outed himself for being a piece of shit. I didn't even have to do it this time. Also, there's no right or wrong way to gender. Didn't think I needed to point that out in 2025, but just gonna toss it out there. Also, he expects, you know, all of this from a woman, but what do you have to offer, sir? Because as of right now, I don't see a whole lot. Again, before we get into the caption, this has been bothering me since we started, but I'm getting heavy secondhand embarrassment from these. Like, bro, you didn't see your reflection in your glasses and have second thoughts of how ridiculous you look. That's all I can see is like the reflection of him recording himself in his glasses. Anyway, today I was in a taxi and the taxi driver said, I love my job. I am my own boss. Nobody tells me what to do. So then I said, turn left. Yeah, and then you pay them with your money because they're fulfilling a service for you. Is this supposed to be a flex? Can people not just enjoy their jobs? The day you get this message, you've won. All I can picture in my head when I see this is him creating a fake account just so he can send himself these messages to screenshot and put on this TikTok. Because they're not text. It looks like Facebook Messenger. That's all I can think about, and it's extremely hilarious but also kind of sad. Like, he doesn't even have a real life example to use, so he had to do his own. Who you fooling? Another one. If she can't hurt the feelings of other guys like this to protect yours, she's not yours. Again, all I can think about is him creating another fake profile. This looks like Instagram. It's giving insecure and immature. I'm not a rapper though. You're a slave to every woman you cannot leave. If she's disrespecting you, leave her immediately. Even if you still love her, and especially if you still love her. Never let love blind you to your own worth. Amen, brother. Relationships are supposed to be perfect 24/7. If you get in one argument, leave her. No matter how stupid the argument is, even if it's about making the bed or something, like, it doesn't matter. You have to leave her. You want to be happy? You want to work things out? You want to be in love? Too bad, bro. It's just you and the bros that matter. You'll be happier with us. You attract what you are. Proceeds to list off opposites attracting. An arrogant, dominant, confident man attracts a feminine woman. A timid, shy, and polite man attracts a masculine woman. He just be saying shit. It doesn't have to make sense. Okay, there was one that he deleted. Did I save it, I wonder? I'll have to see. I saved a bunch of them, so if I saved it before he deleted it, then I'll just put it up. But it was something along the lines of, the narrative that women belong in the kitchen is offensive. Other parts of the house need to be clean too, or something like that. And again, this goes back to the outdated gendered stereotypes that no one gives a fuck about anymore except for incels like this guy. And if he expects that from whoever he's with, he better have built that house with his goddamn bare hands. He better have splinters out the ass from how hard he worked on that house. He better have calluses the size of quarters. And while we're at it, we'll just give him one of those Flintstone cars where you have to drive with your feet, since you're so stuck in the past, lover boy. Trauma destroys a woman but builds a man. Tell that to a veteran who gets PTSD from fireworks. Cute TikTok though. Now I'm sure a majority of these are just rage bait to try to get engagement, which benefits him in the long run. But that's why I decided to make a YouTube video about it instead. Because now the tables have turned. And you're actually doing me a favor, buddy. So thanks, Jeff. Yes, that is his real name. Now after looking through way too many of his TikToks, they all started to look the same. And then I realized he just starts repeating himself because he runs out of bullshit to say. Every modern hoe's dream. Walking away for 10 years. Everyone wants to go married. Find a door. Then I saw a couple that he filmed with his boyfriends. I'm just assuming here. I know he hates women, so I'm assuming he doesn't date them. First we have this one with this guy who looks like a baked potato. There's no such thing as a hoe phase. You can't blast steroids for years and then come off and claim natty. Very weird and specific analogy. Probably because they do steroids and they're the only ones who gets it. We'll get to that later though. Then he has quite a few with this guy who must be his main bitch. Dumb captions aside, he just kind of pops up into the background of his videos and does this. I'd like to imagine that he just never learned how to smile normally, and that's the only face he knows how to make. I just realized this one says, we carry kids in our nuts our whole life. Y'all do it 9 months. Don't compare us. They're just two nuts that should have been swallowed. So anyway, he tagged the guy. His name is Luke Perry. And when I went to go look at his page, you'll never guess what I found. It's the same style of content. And it looks like he might have been doing this longer, or maybe he's just been on TikTok longer. I don't know. Because he has more followers and more likes than the other guy, Jeff, Afraid of No Woman. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what Luke has to offer to this app. These California fires remind me of my burning desire for you. What are you doing later? There are people who lost their homes. This reminds me of the guy who used the LA fires for clout, and he made a shirtless video of himself just pointing to the fires and being like, yeah, so the fires are back there.
All the way over here, they've already had a fire truck out spraying water, hasn't done anything.
It's so hot, you can feel the heat.
And you can feel the heat of this fire from all the way across the street.
But instead of providing resources or doing anything in his power to help, he didn't even take a piss on the fire. He just stood there being like, yeah, the fire's back there, it's fucking crazy, it's so hot.
20 yards away. Crazy.
Just thirst trapping like a desperate idiot. Like, here's the attention you wanted. You happy? That's the same energy here. Walking away from a woman you love with all your heart because she disrespected you is one of the bravest things 99.99% of men have the balls to do. They must send these to each other and be like, okay, bro, I'll post this one on Wednesday, you can post it on Thursday, and then on Friday, we can make out. Notice how women only talk about the guy that cheated on them and not the one who bought them flowers. Play your cards right, bro. And notice how all you and your friend post about is what women might say or do, because they're all hypothetical scenarios that don't matter and didn't actually happen to you. But yeah, play your cards right, bro. I trust the locks on my Ferrari, but I don't park it in the hood. This is not about cars, by the way. Cars are not. One, you look more like a Cybertruck guy. Second of all, you would not survive 30 minutes in the hood. So I would just stop right there. It's not an option for you. Fuck cheating, that's some young people shit. I'm pretty sure this boy is like 23, by the way. I'm ready to get married and have an affair. And then come on TikTok and talk about how horrible women are and that all women do is cheat. Am I right? Or maybe they are the women that they're talking about. This would all make sense. They only date men because they hate women, but they're scared to admit that, so they cover it up by just saying women, but they truly mean themselves. That's deep. That's really deep. Of course, he's drinking a brewski because he's a bro, drinking a fucking beer like a fucking man, because all men drink is beer and Mountain Dew. Why do girls break eye contact? Like, do you want me to come over, grab you by the neck, and make you look at me while I'm choking you and marveling at the unworldly beauty you possess? Hey, you should be in prison. You should go to jail. Because what? Growing up and maturing as a woman, she would know because she must be one. I still expect a text right after I tell you to leave me alone, by the way. They definitely give cover my drink when they're around energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would not want to be near these two in a club setting, or in any setting, actually. We got a great value Harry Potter if he let himself go, and a try-hard handsome Squidward who looks like he has cotton balls stuffed in his mouth. I get the feeling neither of them have very good relationships with their mothers. If mommy didn't love you, just say that. Anyway, it gets worse. I noticed they kept tagging this other TikTok account called Call Them Brad and Chad. And it's one of the most disturbing accounts that I've come across on TikTok, I think. The Great Value Harry Potter is interviewing women in the club, and the women are obviously intoxicated. But let's see what they ask.
Alrighty, we're in Pittsburgh, PA with.
Alrighty, we're in Pittsburgh, PA.
Question of the day is, kiss me one time or kiss my sexy cameraman one time.
Close your wet mouth, you nasty ferret looking ass.
Kiss my sexy cameraman one time, or double it and pass it on.
Get away from her. You're already spitting your saliva all over this girl, and now you're gonna try to make her kiss you? That's disgusting.
I'll kiss you.
Kiss me? Are you sure about that?
Ugh, why is his mouth so wet? Get a napkin. Yuck.
Should I, like, take you to, like, I don't know, like, Waffle House?
Should I, like, take you to, like, Waffle House? No, you should fucking wipe your mouth off and go home. And I'm not gonna show the kiss, because I don't want to make you vomit. But that's all this account is. Like, they talk so much shit about girls being hoes in the club, and then they're hoes in the club.
Me one time, or kiss my sexy cameraman one time. Kiss me one time, or kiss my sexy cameraman one time. You look tasty. Alright. Kiss me one time, or kiss my sexy cameraman one time. Kiss me 4 times, or kiss my sexy cameraman 4 times. You give us a group kiss all together one time.
What?
Or double it and pass it on.
So they talk about hating all these women, and they specifically have a vendetta against party girls, yet they take advantage of them while they're under the influence for content? Yeah, they're both going to hell. So after seeing that, I had to look into these guys a little bit more. So going back to Jeff, I came across this video of him actually speaking.
So it's Christmas 2023. Got kicked out of the car with my family.
His family can't stand his annoying ass either. He's probably in the back seat just like, Jeffrey, can you please just put your phone away for 2 minutes? We never get to spend quality time together anymore. And we have this long car ride to Grandma's house, and all you can do is take selfie videos. Jeffrey, please, you don't even speak anymore. I'm your mother. You know, everyone wants a good man until they realize good men come with discipline, priorities, and boundaries. Then all of a sudden you're a narcissist, controlling and manipulative. That's it. Get out of the car. Whatever. Yeah, so my family just kicked me out of the car. Anyway, so basically within this video, he just talks about how he manifested his life or whatever. But within this, he posted his Instagram page. So I did some digging on his Instagram, and he posted a few photos and videos with this girl that he seemed to be in a relationship with. And it looks like they were together. They were together September 2024, October 2024. But that's weird, because in October 2024, he was out hoeing around and kissing random girls at the club. And he commented, disclaimer, this was filmed well before me and my girlfriend became exclusive. Hey, doesn't fucking matter, because you and your girlfriend are exclusive and you're posting videos of you making out with random girls at the club. Once upon a time, not long ago, you was a hoe. And you admitting it. I don't know any woman who would be cool with that. But you're such a great guy, right? You're the perfect man. You would never cheat. Then I started to see this surge in posts with his friend Luke, who I think replaced his girlfriend. Okay, so I'm editing right now, and I went to Luke's TikTok page because I forgot to screenshot it, and he posted this. So I went to his Instagram to see if he also posted it there and to see if he tagged the girl in it, because if he did, that's super weird. He didn't, but he did post it on Instagram. And I was reading through the comments and someone said, didn't this guy get arrested for stalking a girl? So I just Googled Jeff Mack. That's his name on Instagram. I found a record showing that he got arrested. Harassment. Oh my God, he did get arrested. So did he get arrested twice for harassment, cause emotional distress, intimidate, frighten? Oh my God, this is just on Google. This is public information. I knew he was weird, but I was not expecting that. So now this guy is publicly posting like, take him back. That's manipulation. That's weirdo shit. He talks all this shit like, oh, you should never beg for a woman, like leave her, especially if you love her. And what are you doing, my guy? I'm obviously not gonna put her name or anything like that. I hope she's okay and I hope she's safe. This is like getting kind of scary. So ladies, protect yourselves out there. Let her be. Oh my God. We'll get to incel Luke in a little bit, but he looks like a typical gym bro who uses Tren. I haven't heard that word since the Tren twins. Ugh. I don't want to think about that. Which Tren is a steroid, so he's not natty. And apparently he actually went to law school, but decided to pursue this amazing career of posting selfie videos with misogynistic quotes over it, either as rage bait or just giving out horrible advice that some people might be stupid enough to take. It also looks like he's starting a course or something. This is from his Instagram story highlight reels. He did like a Q&A. And I was just curious to see what type of person he was. But just what we needed. Another online course from a misogynistic white man. The world needs more of those. He also likes to stay present.
Your life is in the present and the future. If you're thinking about the past, then you're going to be depressed. Stay in the present. You really got to just do your best to live in the present.
But preaches about holding the past against women. Weird. He also talks about how he wants to help a lot of people.
You know, I feel like I have a purpose doing this because I want to ultimately help a lot of people.
With what? Hey, go be a lawyer. You'd probably help more people doing that than whatever this is. Oh, he just posted an Instagram story. I've been really reflecting on things as this incident really showed me a lot about the people in my life and how meaningful I am to others. I've been really focused and locked in on hitting my dream goal of 300K on TikTok before the ban in case anything unexpected happens with the app. And then linked his TikTok. You just had a heart attack and you're in the hospital and you're like, yeah, I'm just reflecting on things, but it'd be so sick if I got to 300K on TikTok before it gets banned. I don't feel bad for you. Sorry. you. Like, it would be one thing if you were genuinely trying to help people somehow, but throwing out shitty misogynistic advice is just fueling the fire of what women already have to deal with on a daily basis, which is protecting themselves from horrible men like you and your friend and others alike, when we are really just minding our goddamn business, trying to live our lives unbothered, and then lonely hurt men like y'all come around trying to tear women down because hurt people hurt people. You're not helping anyone, you're hurting them. But do trust that karma is that girl. You want to be a misogynist, fuck around and have a minor heart attack. And then we have Luke. My initial impression of his Instagram account was that he used to be this like nerdy loser kid who started getting more attention in college and now uses that to take advantage of and disrespect women, sort of as revenge of being a rejected loser his whole life. But I don't know, I'm just speculating here. And he plays hockey. Also, they both have their Snapchat usernames in their Instagram bio, so that tells me all I need to know. Ultimately, what I see is some guys that only place value on their external appearance and materialistic items that they've attained, or how many followers they have on TikTok or Instagram, and that's why they're so shallow. You know, whether they are truly happy or not, happy people don't have to attack other people in order to make themselves feel good about themselves. And before anyone comes into my comments saying like, well, isn't that what you're doing? You're attacking these men. No, there's a difference between a bully and the person being bullied, right? I'm defending myself. I'm a woman and I'm speaking on behalf of myself and any other women who agree with what I'm saying, because they're ultimately attacking us and our character. So yeah, if you can serve it, you can take it. And I know these two guys probably aren't the only ones who are doing this type of content. They're just the ones that I came in contact with, so they ended up getting the spotlight, but I'm sure there's plenty of other horrible men out there like this, unfortunately. And I'm hoping that eventually some of them come to their senses and realize, hey, this is fucked up and offensive. Or they could just have a heart attack. That works too. All jokes aside though, fuck both of them. As sad as it is that TikTok is potentially getting banned, just think about these guys and it kind of shifts your perspective a little bit. I'm sorry to put you through that, but we did it together. Yeah, this video was not planned at all. I was gonna make a whole different video, but I saw their videos and I had to say something because ugh. And again, to the men watching, I just want to reiterate, I know not all of you are horrible people, okay? Don't take it too serious. This was mainly just about guys like these two. And if you guys are like them, then yeah, maybe leave. This space is for the girls, gays, and theys, and the straight men who can be our allies, because we have no room for that nonsense in here. As always, let me know your thoughts. I have some bad movies coming your way. I have some more reality shows coming your way, but if you have any other suggestions for me, I'm always open to them. Let me know below. And if you watch this whole thing, I truly, truly appreciate it. As always, like it really means a lot to me. Every day that I do this, it's surreal that this is kind of my job now. Like, what? So thank you so much. I will never ever stop saying it. Thank you. My name is Maddie, also known as Maddie the Baddie, also known as your new favorite YouTuber. Hello. I gotta go watch something funny. I gotta just cleanse my mind of this bullshit. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.